Yes, okay.
Hi there.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Boy and Girl Thing. I'm Christopher T. Kit Smith, and this is
Cece Schatz.
And she is
I am
the Doyen. I'm Christopher T. Kit Smith, and this is
what's that?
And she is
I am
the Doyen.
Okay, we're having some
technical difficulties here. And,
yep, and so we're going to try to hang in.
And
here
Hurricane Irma hasn't even hit us yet. Okay, and we're already in trouble.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, you just keep talking, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get her in.
Well, just to let everyone know, I'm the author of the book, Let's Meet Our Match, Your Complete Guide to Success in the World of Internet Dating. Whatever reason this is trailing us.
I don't, because we're on the actual Facebook site, so you just need to keep talking because we're live. See, on the Be Live site, we're live. And that's going to come back a little bit late. So just hold on, and I'm just trying to we're trying to get our guests in, and you're supposed to be talking.
Yeah, I don't know where to go or what I'm supposed to be saying here. I mean, I can give you the latest updated weather report. We're in for a crappy weekend, the way it looks.
Okay, we're trying to bring our guests forward. Okay, I'm going to come back to Be Live so that way I can help this guy out because he doesn't know what to do when you're in the gym like I do because I've been doing this for so long. Okay, here we are. We are the Boy and Girl Thing, and we talk a lot about dating, and our main kind of, forum is online dating. Yes. But we have a fantastic lady that's going to be coming forward with us. We're having a glitch just like we did last time. Is that she comes into the lobby, but she's not able to actually come in forward. So I had a show this last Tuesday, and it was the same problem. So we're not quite sure what the problem is. But what we wanted to talk tonight is about etiquette, do and don'ts. And she is, her name is Marcia Engel, and she's the dating coach. She has a wonderful, she's like a matchmaker. She's a founder and director of Single Concept Premier Matchmaking Service and Dating Coach. And she's been doing this for quite some time. She's in the Chicago area, so that's why she's trying to connect with us here live on this platform. So now, do you have your wits about you?
And Marcia, honest to God, we are trying desperately to bring you on with us.
We are. But okay? I tell you what, if you want
I love having guests, and I hate when this happens.
If you want to, let me go back to her here. Same thing. Yeah, she's trying the same thing. So I'm going to give her a number to call me. It's crazy. Okay, we're going to try to see if we can just bring her forward on just this way. Hello. Hey, I'm so sorry we're not able to seem to bring you forward onto this lobby. We had the same trouble the other day on Tuesday night too, so I'm going to have to contact them. There's some sort of problem with it. So how about if we just do we'll bring you back another time live where we can actually see you. But how about let's do in the show, I'm going to put you on the speaker and we can just chat and we'll do it that way. At least the audience then has some information. You want to do that? Okay, we'll try it. We'll give it a whirl. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put you down here. I'm going to put you on speaker. And I'm going to turn my volume up here. Because you know what? Here's the thing is ongoing solo, what we have found is that life is just not perfect. And, we just have to roll with the punches when things don't work out. When you go through divorce, you can transition to dating, you're dating, things aren't perfect. And we just have to gut it up, make it happen.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring the show forward. And we did introduce you, but again, let me share with the audience. Your name is Marcia Engel. You are the founder and director of Single Concept Premier Matchmaking Service and Dating. You're a dating coach. You do matchmaking also, and you are in the Chicago area. So welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. My pleasure.
Oh, it is great having you.
I'll bet you're not facing an impending hurricane where you are.
No, I'm just seeing the harrowing news that where you're at.
It's a little scary down here, but it may not end up being as bad as it could be. Let's hope so. Yeah, really. Let's hope so.
Yeah, well, for us, I mean, we're on the west coast of Florida. We're in the Tampa Bay area. And so it looks like it's moving more towards the east. So, I mean, it's going to do some damage here. And so we're going to say our prayers for everyone out there.
Long story short, subject, I don't have any dates for this weekend. Let's put let's put it that way. My own.
No one's singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Nope. Yeah.
Miss Good Ship Lollipop over here. Yeah.
I know that song too. You want me to sing it? Well, that's true. You can do that. That's right. You can open it up, ladies. Come forward.
We could light some candles and do snuggle bunnies.
Yeah.
You know.
Sing kumbaya.
make some popcorn.
That's right. Yeah. Let's hope the microwave works. Well, so we wanted to bring you forward, and the reason being is because you are a total expert in your field. You're a professional. You do matchmaking and you do coaching. So you're a little bit unique, I think, because you really help people with that transition that it takes in dating. And so I wanted to ask you, as far as like etiquette goes and some of the do's and don'ts, can you make any suggestions to us as we're starting out dating that we don't muck it up too terribly?
That's muck it up with an M, okay?
Oh, can you hear us?
Prepared. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it kind of goes in and out. And it could be because we have the pending storm coming too. You never know.
I think that it's really important that people, themselves. I mean, the people that I work with, they're professionals, wonderful people, and they find single and, out of a relationship or divorce or whatever death of a person they don't have a clue how to get back into the dating game.
Mm-hmm.
And so as people that are single and have been single for a while, the dating's really changed a lot over the last 5 years. So what we do is we help people handling those ups and downs of dating, because that can give people a healthy dose of anxiety. And as you're going through the ups and downs, we'll take you from fragile, secure, and unsure to confident and sure. And the best way that we do to work on you, and you're programmed from the relationships you've been in, so you need some time to unprogram and kind of break free. So whatever that transition time is that you need to break free, that's find a partner.
Right.
So assume you've done all that hard work and all these past experiences, good and bad, helped, they transformed you into who you are, and now you can even find more happiness, and because it's important you know what you need and what you want to be happy. So I would the most important thing is books and eating. People aren't going to find a date by sitting home. It's to believe in fate, but you have to really put yourself out there, make yourself available. So there's plenty of quality.
Oh, we can't. It's going in and out. Unfortunately, we're really having a hard time hearing you.
Really?
It's crazy land.
Welcome to the age of technology.
Yeah.
And so the men aren't going to find the ladies, you know, at a Pilates class or your favorite cupcake bakery. So I help the ladies to get out and meet people. And it's true for the men. You have to.
Can't even follow what she's saying.
Yeah.
Even if it's hard, you know, to go ahead and that's outgoing and meeting, talking to people that you don't know.
Yeah, we're really having a hard time because you're going in and out, in and out. Are you calling us from a cell phone too?
I am on a cell phone.
Yeah. Is it possible to call us back on a landline?
I sure can. We can give that a try.
Yeah, let's give that a try. I just want so badly for them to hear you.
I'm ready to fly out to Chicago right now to meet you in person.
Well, you probably should for more than that, just for your own, you know, storm danger.
I know, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will call you from.
Okay, call us right back. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, hopefully this will do it. I'm so sorry. You know, we try so hard and we prepare and we organize everything and just, you know, glitches just happen.
I put on one of my nicest shirts.
I know, it's even clean.
You know, I shaved.
Here, no lipstick on the collar.
I shaved and everything for this.
Yeah. So, but she's got some great tips, and I think what she was telling us, even though we couldn't really quite hear it, is that we need to get out of our environment, you know, and be able to. Hi. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. Let's see if this helps. Hold on, put you on the speaker. So, see, this really is live. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine.
I think that sounds better. We can hear you better. So, do you want to go back over what you said before?
Sure. So when people are really ready to meet people, the most important thing is that they have to get out there. They can't sit at home alone wishing and hoping, you know, that fate is going to bring them someone, set them on the couch with them. They have to make themselves available and put themselves out there because there's plenty of commitment-minded singles, men and women, all over, not just the Chicagoland area. But I always tell the ladies, the men are not going to be, you know, you're not going to find them in your girls' Pilates or yoga class or at your favorite cupcake bakery. Have to get out and network and meet people.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it's you know, the thing is too, is when we're going sometimes to that transition of dating, we feel so insecure. And so we want to go to those places that is comforting to us, you know, that we're used to. But reality is we have to shake it up, don't we? We have to do something totally different.
And you can do that, you know, whether you're standing in a Starbucks in line, in the grocery store, you know, start practicing, you know, being friendly, kind of saying hello in a flirty way. And, you know, if you happen to see the guy behind you or in front of you and you like his tie, it's not harmful to say something like, you have a great tie. You know, the worst that can happen is he'll say, thank you, my wife picked it out for me. You know, but you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna die. And who knows, you know, maybe he's single and, you know, that can be just the connection that he needed to say something to you.
Right. So, I know you and I have talked before prior, and one thing you had mentioned, which I was a little bit surprised at too, because I you know, I am single and I'm out there, and men will approach me sometimes and they'll ask me something. And when we were talking, you had suggested, well, maybe they're not really wanting to know that answer to what they're asking. They just want a reason to talk to you.
Yeah. And that's quite, you know, that's definitely a great possibility.
Yeah.
They're just trying to build a communication. You know, they need some kind of an in to get your attention and, men can find it just as stressful talking and trying to relate and get the attention of somebody that they've never spoken with. And, nobody likes rejection. So it's something that you have to practice and get comfortable with, and just smiling and being open. One of the other things that I like to do is to, when I hear someone saying that, they want to kind of play hard to get, they don't want it to be real easy for the guy to connect with them. And so I always suggest that they ask a close friend to give them honest feedback about their vibe. What are they giving off to members of the opposite sex? Are you really approachable, or is your hard to get making it impossible for someone to talk to you?
That's very true. Yeah, you want to be approachable. Yeah,
no question about it. Yeah,
that's great advice. Yeah,
I agree
you want
completely.
to be warm.
Yeah, you want to be warm,
happy, versus cold and aloof.
Yeah,
because, like I say, an innocent chat doesn't commit you to anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the case scenario is you hit it off, and the worst case scenario is you politely walk away. So nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, you're so right with that, because the thing is you could have missed an opportunity, to meet someone really fantastic if you let yourself get into the way, right?
Absolutely, and that's very well said. You hit the nail right on the head.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Sometimes it works. So is there anything, Marcia, you can think of that is a real don't that we tend to do and not realize it, but we really shouldn't be doing it?
Well, I think one of the big things is misusing Facebook or text messaging. And I recommend that in the early stages, until you've actually started to develop a relationship, that you don't let that be your primary form of communication. I mean, it's convenient, sometimes it's appropriate, but it shouldn't take the place of FaceTime or phone calls.
It just seems so, to people in our age bracket, it just seems very impersonal. That's
right, 25, 30.
Well, yeah. 25, 30 was a while back, huh? Okay.
I'm only kidding. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, one text message takes me like half the night.
Yeah, no, I mean, look at us.
Okay, I gotta go to bed now.
I mean, look at us right here, right now. We can't even get your feed up on this Facebook page. I mean, and one of the things that I have stated time and time again, and I'll stand by it, as long as I'm living and breathing. Once you make that contact or the connection, meet as soon as possible. Meet face to face as soon as possible. Don't waste a lot of time. I'm not a texter. I'm not an emailer. If I'm interested in you, I'm going to want to sit down across from you face to face as soon as I possibly can.
That's great advice, because that's really the only way you can determine chemistry.
Wait, I'm sorry, Marcia. Can you repeat that word? What was that word?
I said it's really the only way you can determine chemistry is by meeting face to face and seeing how your personalities play off on one another.
Okay.
Marcia, that is my absolute favorite word.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, chemistry. And
every show he talks a little bit about chemistry. And you know what?
Okay.
Marcia, he's right, with the chemistry. And you're right with, I think that, you want to be able to get together, because you can't do that over the phone. You can't do that texting.
No,
you have to really meet each other to see if that chemistry is there.
And if the chemistry does, here's another thing that I also have written about.
Okay.
Another thing that I've written about is if the chemistry doesn't happen, that doesn't necessarily equal rejection. Okay?
Right? That's
You know,
true.
and I know for people that let me say, let's say lack a certain level of self-confidence, and I don't want to say ego, I'm just saying self-confidence. All right? And
Okay.
the sensitive people can take it as a flat out rejection. And it's not that's not exactly what it is. When you're meeting someone first time face to face and it just doesn't seem to be happening, that's a fairly normal reaction. It can happen, and you just say, okay, thank you very much for meeting, and you move on and you go to the next person.
So do you think that's a good idea if you don't click?
I think that's what really happens much of the time. But I've also seen where in matchmaking, for instance, where everything looks like it's going to be a great match and you're just determining the chemistry, you know, the attraction level, are they kissable basically? You know, would you want to kiss them? And sometimes on a first meeting, something can be just a little off. And it could be one person is nervous. It could be someone had a really hard day at work, or they're tired, or something's going on that they're just not as lively and animated and receptive. And so I try to encourage people to, when everything else is right, to give them another chance, because sometimes, you know, some people are more outgoing socially. Some people are a little more introverted. It takes a little bit to warm up to you, you know, and so I think I've seen it where people have gone on second and third dates and, you know, there's been a budding romance.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite slogans, Marcia, and bear with me because again, it's something I've repeated a couple of different times on other shows that we have done, is you take a dating site like eharmony.com. I understand completely the concept behind it. The idea that you're going to make a relationship based on compatibility. Now, compatibility is what all the great relationships are about. My philosophy, my feeling, you know, the way I look at it is, if you don't pass the chemistry test, you're not getting to the compatibility test. Okay? And
so what do you think about that, Marcia?
Okay, well, that's a very interesting and it's a very valid point, which is why in the matchmaking process, we're pulling out the information that each individual is saying, these are the things I must have in a relationship that make me happy, that I need, and et cetera. And then profile of, you know, education, religion, smoker, not smoker. So when you have, say, 80 to 90% compatibility, and then there is that meeting face to face, you know that every single one, there's not going to be dual chemistry.
Right.
You know, one person might really like one, the other.
And I've said that countless number of times.
Eventually, what happens is there's bound to be a couple you're going to have chemistry with mutually. And then you have the foundation for building a sustainable relationship because everything else is there. If you're working off of chemistry more than those other, you know, profile tests and profiles, then you're going to 6 months into the relationship, you're going to start running into difficulty because in the beginning of a relationship, we all know everyone's trying to be liked, get the acceptance, me too, you know, that kind of adage. And if you're dating a little bit and somebody is late, the person's going to say, oh, no problem. But 6 months down the road, you know, they're going to say, hey, because they're going to revert to who they really are, and those things that bother them will be unacceptable. So I think you're trying to draw as much of the compatibility in personality and core values, so that when there is chemistry, the longer you date, the more things you have in common.
Right. Yeah, and you're building, right? You're building on that relationship. So
right, and you still have to do the hard work, of finding, out who they are. But the likelihood is that the longer you date them, the more you'll have in common with them. Where flipping that around, you see more, the more you date them, the more you hit on to a point of, I could just never get past that.
Yeah. So chemistry is very important. It's kind of like almost like
when
you get into that, where it gets a little tough. It gets a little tough. Then when you can be romantic, you can kind of get through it. You know what I mean? So,
you definitely have to have that chemistry.
Yeah. No question.
Otherwise, you have, the basis of a great friendship, but, people that are looking for their soulmate or, companion, they want the whole package.
What chemistry does, at the very least, if you feel that you've established chemistry with someone on a first date, and if so many of the profiles that I've read, to them, it's going to be like instantaneous. I'll know the moment I gaze upon you if there's going to be chemistry. But what chemistry does after that is at least you can be hopeful. Okay? And I say that with the idea of all the different things about developing a relationship. Again, if there's not that sense of some type of chemistry, then the idea of being hopeful and creating a relationship doesn't happen. You're just going to shake hands and say, thank you very much. It was nice meeting you, and good luck.
Right. So you need that for the potential romance. You need to have as zest.
Yeah.
And so you have to.
It's a human instinct. It's not. Yeah, it's a human instinct.
And some of that, like you said, is, sometimes people's confidence level, sometimes, the way that they're interacting will make you more attracted to someone or less attracted. It's not just, the physical package of what you're seeing. And I always say, if you're out and about and you're looking around, notice the people that are couples. And many times you think, wow, how is that guy with her? How is that woman with him?
Yes. You're preaching to the choir, my dear. Okay. Yeah.
And so, a lot of it is, ultimately, it's what you're looking for, what makes you happy, and the compatibility. Because, you have to be able to have. You have to. Want to wake up in the morning with them and talk to them and, navigate those things in life, good and bad, together. And, it's more than just staring at each other. Sometimes people will meet someone and they're just so beautiful or so handsome, but they can't relate to them on any other level. So they say, well, let's just go to a noisy place and I can just look at them. I don't have to talk to them. I can just look at them.
Yeah, that is very true.
Well, did you get a look at my picture, Marcia, while we're...
That would be you.
Yes.
Well, I love what you have to say. Now, let's share with the audience how we can get a hold of you. So,
please find me on my LinkedIn. And it's just under Marcia Engel, MARCIA. Last name is Engel, ENGEL. And, just email me, sign up for my newsletter. And I'm giving a free half-hour coaching to anyone who mentions that they saw the show.
Wow, that's great. Thank you. I have your email right up on the screen. I know you can't see it, but it's right up on the screen, so everyone can email you and just tell them, tell them that they heard you here, and you'll give them a free half an hour. That would be awesome. So,
yes, and I'd love to talk to anyone who's interested in trying to navigate through dating waters.
Well, if we could navigate through all these technical difficulties that we're having, you'd be here with us live.
Yeah.
And I promise I promise you at some point we're going to have this figured out. You're going to come on with us live and, just knock everybody out of the park. Okay?
Yeah.
You're terrific. You're just terrific, and I'm so glad you were willing to be patient with us. And thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was really nice talking to you too, and praying for everyone who's in that path of the storm, that everybody be safe and well in Florida.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I do apologize for the technical problems, but you gave us really a great amount of information here, even in just this short period of time. And I just can't.
You're awesome, Marcia. We really would like to have you on again. Okay, we would love to have you on again.
So again,
I would love to be a guest.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. So you can reach Marcia Engel on her LinkedIn site, and you can just go there, and her name is Marcia Engel, Engel, and I'm going to put up her Gmail again, so you guys can find that. But she is the founder and the director of Single Concept Premier Matchmaking Service and Dating Coach. So she does both matchmaking, and she also helps you with coaching to be able to move you through that transition of dating. So, yeah, it's great having you.
And I am also a certified divorce mediator.
Okay.
And a trained paralegal.
Wonderful.
So there's a vast...
Got it all covered.
It's a vast wheel of information that I do assist people with.
Mm-hmm.
And please contact me if there's anything that I can assist you with.
Well, that's wonderful. The thing is having the background that you have is very unique, because you really take people through one part of their life that's very challenging, and then you help make that transition through to the next level. And so I really think it's awesome what you do, and how you're connecting people and couples and giving them really great advice. So, it's really wonderful to have you on the show.
Well, thank you. The message is, it's never too late. And regardless of your past relationships, success or failures, it's never too late to start over and have a fulfilling relationship and a long, healthy, hopefully happy and healthy life.
Oh, absolutely. That's great. Great advice. And thank you again for this. And I promise we will have you back on where we can bring you up forward. And I know that you got all ready and prepared to be able to be seen live.
I know. I mean, I even put my makeup on.
I know.
Well, I do want to say I looked pretty good.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you look excellent. I even tried to bring your picture up. Yeah.
So, I do look forward to our next time.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. I really thank you so much.
Yeah, it'll be great. But we will have this posted on YouTube, so you guys can listen to it if you're missing it because of the weather. So you can listen to it there, and we'll also post it on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. So we'll have it covered, and then we'll definitely bring you back on, because there, with dating, there are tons of things to talk about. I mean,
absolutely. We'll never run out of subject matter.
Yeah.
Ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Never run out of subject matter or single people.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely.
How do you feel about moving to Tampa, Florida?
Not this weekend.
Well, not this weekend, maybe next weekend, and I will personally greet you at the airport. Okay.
All right. Well, Cece will tell you. My sister's in Sarasota.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
I'll be venturing out.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely love to have you on the show, and maybe even in here would be awesome. Well, we're going to have to sign off, and it's just the time went so quickly, and I do apologize for the technical problems, but at least we were able to talk to you.
Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Yeah,
thank you.
We sure will.
We will.
Thank you so much. Well, guys, you're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and I am Cece Schatz.
And I'm Kit Smith.
And you are listening to the Boy and Girl Thing. We'll be right back
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, next Thursday, same place, same time. We'll be here.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
And hopefully with no technical problems.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, we hope that. So we did have Marcia Engel with us, and she's the founder and director of Single Concept Premier Matchmaking Service and Dating, and we're going to have her come back
wonderful lady,
on.
and I hope we get her back on soon.
Yeah, we will. We'll have her back on so you guys can look at her face up and be able to talk.
Maybe she can even help me.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, what did she say? She said, "Never give up," or this.
What she said is, I'll come there if you're going to meet me at the airport.
No, she did not.
Yes,
she did not. No, she said, "There's no time to waste." Anyhow, we love you guys, and we have a great time with the show, and I hope you guys do too.
About having fun.
I know, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna sign off for now. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.